Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Hey passengers, it's Dan from the Grand Circle Tour podcast. I just want to let you know that this episode is being brought to you by Dream Creators Travel. Our good friends Jennifer G and Julista are two of the most knowledgeable people I know when it comes to booking trips to Walt Disney World. Follow them for more Disney tips and tricks on their Facebook group called Busy Moms Planning Disney. Our listeners will not only receive the best booking incentives available, but you will also qualify for a very special promotion. If you book a Disney or Universal package, including room and tickets for 3 nights or more, they're going to go ahead and give you a free $25 Disney gift card. Be sure to let them know your favorite tour guides at the Grand Circle Tour podcast sent you, so that you ensure you receive your free gift. Visit the Dream Creators Travel website today at dreamcreatorstravel.com and remember their slogan, if you can dream it, we can create it.
I am not recording.
See, because you want me to say something now because you're recording, so you can't.
I am not recording. The light is not
because
on.
If I say something right now, then you would be forced to edit it then.
Maybe I just leave it in. As long as it's not a swear. No. I am not recording, Holly.
I know you're not.
I am not recording.
So are we talking about pass holes today, or?
You know what? We're going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever I want to talk about.
That was clever. Did you come up with that on your own?
No, well, I've been saying that for a while. And okay. I don't know if I got it from Jay or...
I'm going to spill a little tea.
Whoever came up with it, that's very clever. I like
But
that.
Maybe Jay said it before, said that's what cast member...
Back in the day, okay, so I haven't worked there since 2002. And back then, upper management and management cast members, that was the nom de plume for a certain type of pass holder.
Right.
I'm not saying a majority, I'm just saying a certain type.
Yes. So I've been saying that. So Jay must have said it. So I've been saying that ever since we got dumped, that were just pass holes. And then I saw that on Etsy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I might have to get that magnet.
Wait, what in the world is a pass hole?
Wait, before you explain that, I just have to say, in order for it to be a pass hole, of course you would have to get dumped.
You guys know I once dumped somebody at Disneyland because they wouldn't make a scene?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Because they wouldn't make a scene?
Yep, did it at Cafe Orleans outdoors in front of everybody because they wouldn't make a scene.
Wow. Okay, so explain to her.
Nice, Jay.
Explain to her.
The tram ride was difficult, but I was like, you're not going to make a scene at Disneyland because we both work here.
Okay, Jess. So my definition of a pass hole is much different than what Jay's talking about. So Jay's saying that certain annual pass holders felt entitled and would treat cast members and other guests like crap. So they would be referred to as pass holes because they're being pass holy-ish, right?
But
pass holier than thou.
Wow.
I'm referring to myself as a pass hole because I feel like Disney dumped all over us pass holders by like, sorry, we're discontinuing the AP program. Here's a discount that you can use for a month. Oh, and by the way, everybody else gets priority to buy tickets over you as well. So doesn't matter how long you've been a pass holder. Doesn't matter how many Disney cruises or that you're completely dressed in Disney gear from head to toe and own 500 lounge flies. You don't make us any money. So that's why I feel like a pass hole.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I like both of your tendencies of like what a pass hole is. Now I have to come up with one. So
I should use that term on our trip.
And again, I'm not titling the episode Pass Holes.
That way.
But anyway, so I saw that magnet And it's so funny because it's like the regular AP Disney face, and then instead of pass holder, it says pass hole. Like, oh my gosh, it's so funny.
So who initially came up with that term? Is that just
It's an old term. It's been going back decades.
Oh, that has nothing to do with Disney. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not an official. That's
You said it goes back
slang.
decades.
That's just slang. Yeah, it's been going back for decades. As long as they've had pass holders. Thanks, Holly. It's so hard not to say the other word.
I know.
Because it just comes off the tongue so much easier.
I know. It's pretty funny.
So morning, everyone.
Good morning.
George's lovely wife, Jessica, is joining us.
Morning, y'all.
I'm having coffee. Holly, I love your mug. My friend Linda has one just like that for me that I have to go home and pick up.
Yes, you definitely need it. I love this mug. The Haunted Mansion there. And I love
the Starbucks
these,
New Orleans Square mug. And it's...
Yeah. And they're the You Are Here collection, which they don't make anymore.
Yeah.
And they started making those other ones that... Wait. So these are You Are Here, and now it's like...
Wait, Holly.
Been There series or something?
Yeah, I want to start collecting mugs, but we have so many Disney mugs on the top cupboard, as well as a bottom cupboard. There is no room. So I told my husband I want Disney salt and pepper shakers then, because they're smaller.
You know, I'm a klutz and I break most of my mugs, so it's kind of like they're in rotation for a while.
You're replenishing.
I only have a few that are really on a shelf not to be touched. The rest I know I'm going to break them.
Okay, wait. I just have
Sorry,
to say,
George.
Holly, can you hold up your mug again like you did? Like you
no.
Please, just hold it up one more time, please. I have to. In the circle.
So passengers, Holly's holding it over her head like it's baby Simba. Let's hope she
I'm
doesn't.
trying to read the bottom of it because I keep forgetting what the name of these
how
are called.
How full of hot coffee is that mug you're holding over your head, Rafiki?
There's only like an 8 left, sadly.
Tell you about my mug. My mug, I find it endlessly hilarious. And again, Jessica, you're new to this. No political comments. We leave all political comments on the door. There's a rule in my house. At 5 o'clock
Actually,
on Friday.
I thought your mug was the Golden Girls.
It is the Golden Girls.
It's amazing.
But we have a rule at my house. At 5 p.m.
Oh, is
on
that
Friday.
the one that looks like somebody?
Yes. So I have this Golden Girls mug. And it has all 4 of their faces on it. And I love this mug because it is a pretty botched job. So all 4 of their faces are turned into clip art, but whoever did Blanche, it looks like Hillary Clinton.
It does.
This is my Hillary Clinton is a Golden Girls
that does
mug.
not look like Rue. It
looks like
so
Hillary Clinton.
They grabbed the wrong
when I first saw the mug, I thought of a couple things. I actually thought at first when you showed the picture, at first I thought it was B. Arthur, that one, but until I saw the next two, because I thought they were kind of giving like that mod look.
B. Arthur to me looks like a chunkier version of
Mod. Well, I mean, here we've got Dorothy, we've got Sophia, we've got Rose, we've got Hillary, and we've got Dorothy. This mug is endlessly entertaining to me. So, regardless of where you follow the political spectrum, this is a pretty funny mug.
It is.
It's adorable.
It really is.
Of course, I haven't got attached to it because it's in the rotation of things that will likely get broken because I am, of course, the clumsiest person I know. So before we get,
I probably have you beat.
Oh, hon, we have not hung out together in real life yet. I am a real life Jack Tripper. If they ever need to recast that part, I am that dude.
I can fall sitting down.
I can trip over
like
air.
My kids. Trip over air. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny.
So hey, what are you guys?
This morning standing in one spot. That was pretty funny.
The sheet was caught on my toe.
Again, I don't need to know what you guys get up to in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah, I was literally standing there, and at the edge of the bed, the sheet was pulled off, and
Is that why you've been singing that song this morning?
Oh no, I forget. Jess was making coffee, and she had said, "I tend to take words that are said in a normal conversation, and then I'll just start singing a song that resonates with that word."
He makes up his own songs.
You weren't here for the last coffee talk. I kind of started. A friend told me I started to bust into song when I was talking about Toontown.
Yes.
I started singing the phrases of Toontown during our conversation.
That is funny.
One of my managers Thursday has a Disney playlist as well as death metal and heavy rock and roll, which is hilarious because they have nothing to do with it.
That's pretty funny.
Sitting in his office chair, rocking out to A Whole New World.
Is he like that meme of the giant, scary-looking pit bull with his cute little Winnie the Pooh?
Absolutely not. He is as skinny as a rail with a man bun.
I'm not going to make fun of him.
He's the nicest guy ever, though.
There's so many names I've heard for man buns that I cannot repeat on a family-friendly show. So, hey, what are you guys watching? What are you reading? What are you listening to?
So I started to watch, and I can't even think of what it's called right now, but the Ewok movie with Eric Walker that we've been talking about. Caravan, what is it?
Anybody of Courage?
Know? Yes. Okay. So I started to watch that. And
didn't have enough alcohol?
Well, I started to watch it with Lincoln, and I probably need to try to watch it with Simon. Lincoln made me turn it off because he said it was too annoying and scary because he couldn't understand what they were saying, and it was bothering him, and it was scared that they were scary. So I didn't get too far with that. And then I started listening to the Disc Life podcasts because they're all over Facebook, and I honestly really don't listen to a lot of other podcasts, so I started listening to them. And the episode that I was listening to, they had several guests on. I honestly don't know how many is their normal amount of hosts. Anybody know?
Blink.
Wait, I'm trying to. Wait. Is this the same couple? June Davis.
I don't think so. I know because there's so many, but anyways, they had several.
I know he has one that it's called. I think it's Our Disc Life or something.
Okay.
He goes out on location, so this may be something different.
So, the episode I was listening to was about their favorite pavilions. Was actually kind of reminded a lot of us how we go through and talk about our favorites in parks. And then reading. I started, but I didn't get too far because I was reading on the beach and I had to keep an eye on my kids so they didn't like drown and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do that. I mean, that's,
I know. Gosh, it's
come on,
so
survival
annoying.
of the fittest.
I know. So, but I started
your
reading.
Favorite child, the rest will be okay.
Well, I do that in a lot of situations, but I figured
you had a Sophie's Choice it ahead of time.
Like you're my favorite today. You'll be my favorite.
Too much to, so I figured I should keep an eye on all of them. But from Dreamer to Dreamfinder, and I know you guys have read that book.
Yeah.
But so far I really like it. But yeah. What about you?
The highlights of being on this podcast was when Jay and I when we got to talk to Ron Schneider, one of the
God, that was fun.
He seems like a really fun guy.
He is. He's like one of those.
I would love for him to come back on and pick up that conversation where we left off.
Yes.
I need to continue reading the Kingdom Keepers books.
I'm
on book 2 and I stopped, and I don't know why I stopped.
What are those about?
It's like these kids, they're Disney adventures. These kids go into the parks and they're battling Disney villains, and
it's more so what happens when
the parks
close.
Oh,
and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I really wanted a Disney Plus series about that, but I want it in the vein of Night at the Museum.
Oh yeah,
that would be fun.
And I'd see characters who, like, you think their personality is one way, but once the guests go home, it's a different personality.
That's how it is in the book series, because in the first one, I think there's 7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's 7 books, And in the first one, they go on It's a Small World, but at night the dolls come alive and they are it's not that they attack you, but it's like they want to give you hugs, they want to give you love, but it's like it's so overwhelming because they're all attacking you. So what you have to do is you have to smile at them to get them away.
Okay, that was a plot of a Doctor Who episode a few years ago. Had to smile or die.
That's pretty much,
The other books I want to
I
read.
wish that they would have did something like what you were saying, Jay, like behind the scenes, like while Disneyland was closed. Like I wish they would have did something like that.
You could have gone in and filmed just endless amounts of stuff. With just the whole, because the show me personally have always wanted to make, and it would be kind of a variety show in the way that you would bring different artists, musicians, bands, and not just the same old top 40 stuff, but go and find really cool stuff. In addition to those, I find the stuff that I like that people aren't listening to, and basically use the parks as a stage. Have the bands play the most oddest places you wouldn't think of.
There could be so much that they could have done, and maybe they did, but it doesn't seem like it. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I'm reading Disney War by James Stewart,
and
it's all about the early days of Michael Eisner.
I bet you that's really good.
Really interesting book. This guy writes books about like CEOs and corporate raiders, and it's a really kind of cool take on what happened in those days.
Yeah.
Well, because with dealing with like the CEOs and all that time, like a lot of people take it, what comes at them and saying, oh, well, this is what happened and this is what goes, but you don't really get the whole in-depth perception of it until you actually hear the whole story.
I have one more thing I'm reading and one more thing I'm listening to. I just got it yesterday, the hardback. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. It's a graphic novel. It's called Harleen. It's all about Harley Quinn told from her point of view. And what really attracted me to this book is a lot of times, especially with female characters, they want to put them in two camps, victim or after victim. And this is really kind of Harley's story, and these are her choices, and she chooses to be this person, and she likes the person she is. And so I'm really, Harley Quinn is a very special character to me, so I cannot wait to dig into this. I'm doing this week's episode after this, and then I'm going to read that.
Now remind me, she's the girlfriend of the...
She is no longer the Joker's girlfriend. They broke up a long time ago, and she has really kind of become DC's version of Deadpool. She's an anti-hero. She kind of works with the Batman family now. Like, I could see a time where Harley is on the Justice League.
Okay, so she's not good, but she's not bad either.
Right. She's a really interesting, nuanced, really layered character. That she's like a good old bloomin' onion, just keep peeling layers. And there's all this yummy stuff to dip in the center.
Oh my gosh.
And I got a new record this week. And I think everyone should get this record. If you get an iTunes CD, I got the vinyl edition. Would you two quit cracking up over there?
Just move on. Just move on.
I'm moving on.
Yeah.
Passengers, have you guys heard of Postmodern Jukebox? An ensemble, and they take pop songs and they make them sound like they were recorded in the 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's a complete reimagining of these songs. I love everything these guys do. I will just go through the playlist real quick. And Holly, you're gonna laugh when I tell you the first track is a Miley Cyrus song. It's We Can't Stop. And it's a very kind of 30s tune. And then we've got Maps by Maroon 5, Creep by Radiohead, All About That Bass by Meghan Trainor, No Diggity, I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness. We've got Celine, My Heart Will Go On. Royals, Stacy's Mom, Rude by The Magic, Sweet Child of Mine.
Where did you
shop.
find that record at?
I've been following these guys for a long time.
Wait, say it again. Say the name. What's the name of the album?
Postmodern Jukebox is the name of the group.
Okay.
This album is The Essentials #1.
Okay.
2 LP set. You can find it on iTunes right now for like $9.99.
Okay.
But the vinyl edition just sounds so much better. And it comes with a cocktail recipe book.
Oh, cool.
I gotta find that.
You guys
will
love
more
it.
Vinyls. I want more Disney vinyls. Particularly, I want the one that I'm looking for is Hercules.
Music Shop still has Hercules, Disney Music Emporium, and they just released the Aristocats. They haven't really been putting out a whole bunch of records lately. You'd think with the pandemic they would have put out more.
And I definitely love like different movie soundtracks. Top Gun's another one that I want, but
yeah, I've seen Top Gun at the store that shall not be named for about like $17 or $18.
Yeah, out here they're like $25, depending on the record.
Right.
Even some of the Disney records are kind of pricey, and those are always the ones that I'm after. I'm just happy I got my favorite album. And I actually have 2 of them.
For a specific purpose, because I got you the same one, but it has an autograph attached to it. So.
Yep. I have 2 Moana records. One is autographed by Moana herself, Elii Carvalho, and I will die if I just mispronounced her name.
You mispronounced her name.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
You got the whole thing wrong. The whole thing.
I've actually practiced saying her name when she's doing an interview on YouTube with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. So I know I got her name right.
Everyone tell her she got it wrong. Passengers, right, Jessica? Tell her she said it wrong. It'd be hilarious.
No, I'd cry. I'd probably cry. She is my hero.
Even your husband finds it funny.
No, I have probably seen the Moana movie 15, 20 times at least.
She learned the soundtrack after seeing it.
2 days.
2 days after seeing it in theaters.
Yeah, that's impressive.
2 days. And I listen to it every time I'm mad or sick or
just in a good mood. So
it's on repeat then.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. If I had like an iPod, then yeah, it would be. It's actually, we have Amazon Music on our cell phones, and she is on my playlist.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You and me are going to have to talk about the Moana soundtrack. We'll leave George to babysit. You and I will talk about it one of these days.
You're going to be there for a week.
Oh, no, I'll cut you off.
I will say, yeah, when you decide to do the vinyl for Moana, this will be your partner.
This will be my co-pilot.
Yeah,
definitely. Yep.
Don't worry. I know how to like herd you. I'll be like, all right, Jessica. It's been 30 minutes. So I'm talking about how far I'll go.
I can even.
We only got 10 minutes left.
She was when she auditioned and got the part.
That's cool. I love hearing Disney love stories like that.
No, she's awesome.
And we saw the preview, like I forget what movie we were seeing, and we saw the first trailer for Moana, and it's always that one of those things that's like, oh, that looks interesting, that looks cool, but never have I ever thought that the movie would have resonated with her, that, you know, as she said, if she's having a bad day, if she's feeling sick, or if she's just in a good mood, she uses that movie for different purposes. She uses the soundtrack for different
And now
purposes.
I can listen to it at work. All I have to do is go up to Scott and say, put on your Disney playlist.
Yeah. Dude, having Disney coworkers is the best.
They're kind of like Disney coworkers. One of them is very interested in the podcast. I don't think...
What's his name?
His name is Dante.
Hi, Dante. Thanks for listening.
And he actually bought my husband his meal, and was asking about the podcast and everything. And we still talk about the podcast.
Hi, Dante. Thanks for listening. I like free food too.
Scott's the one that has the coolest Disney playlist.
Well, we'll have to compare playlist, Scott, and see who's
extensive.
Who's got what? Yeah. Hey, Holly, what did you want to talk about this week?
I have no idea. Oh, maybe the fact that I got opening day tickets for Disneyland.
Okay, show's over. I'm not jealous, but I'm gonna go drink and pout now.
Oh, so funny. Yeah. So that's obviously my big news.
Dude, you posted the funniest picture. You look like you were working at the CIA trying to crack a case. She's got, like, I'm not kidding you guys, 8 phones, 8 iPads, 2 TVs, 6 laptops, 3 computers.
Yes.
I can't, 2 cans on a 10 string. Smoke signals out the back. Carrier pigeons.
Yeah. I know Chris was like, I gotta get a picture of this. So I wasn't wearing Mickey ears the whole time while I was doing this, but I had some right there. So I just threw those on. He's like, I gotta get a picture. He did record part of it, I think, when I was actually making the reservations for April 30th. So I have yet to see that video, but
that's what I want to see. I want to see that.
Yeah, because I was like, once it said it's your turn and you're being rerouted to get in there and make your reservation, I'm like, okay, deep breath, you can do this. And I'm like, I don't think I can type these names in here. I'm like, you do it. Chris is like, I'm not touching this. I am not messing this up. I'm not gonna be the one in trouble for this. It's all you.
Love what my spouse goes, you be the architect of your own happiness.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, that was pretty smart. Because he knew better.
I mentioned to you yesterday that he did do that and mess it up, guess who would have
got
the blame of it?
Oh, for sure.
So that scream I heard all the way from California, that was you, right?
Yes, that was absolutely me, followed by crying. I screamed and was like, oh my gosh, I seriously can't believe this. And then once I like turned and looked and saw like confirmed, then that's when my eyes got a little misty. But
I think I sent you a text of that a gif of that little girl on the ground crying.
Yes,
having a tantrum, not jealous at all.
I know. And I felt so bad for all those that were in that screen forever, that dreaded little roller coaster going around and around and around.
As people walk into the park, it's like, oh, there's Space Mountain. Oh, there's Splash Mountain. Oh, there's this. And then they look at Big Thunder and like, ugh.
Yeah. Oh, you disgusting. Yeah. This 1953 designs, she has some really cute designs, like t-shirts and the little headbands. I have a couple of hers. And she posted this morning, she made a shirt with that exact, oh my gosh, not caption, but what am I trying to say? What are those called? Oh my gosh.
Like a logo?
Yeah, logo or whatever. The little Big Thunder Mountain. And then it says like your wait time, recalculating. And it's so cute. But I'm like, okay, love-hate relationship with this. But it is really cute that she captured that because, that was insane.
I swear, I tell you, every single time we record, this train goes by every single time. It's like clockwork.
No matter what time it is.
Because we're only about 3 or 4 houses away from the actual train track.
Well, see, if you guys hadn't said anything, I would have just told listeners, "Hey, that's the Disneyland train in the background."
Well, that's the funny thing is because that's what I refer to it. Every time I hear that train, it just takes me back to Main Street because it's like
I honestly didn't even hear it right now. I was too busy talking. I normally do. Does it go off in the middle of the night?
All the time.
Really?
4 hours. Yeah. We get between 6 and 10 trains a day.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's actually very soothing though.
Yeah, we actually fall asleep to it.
I'm such a big kid. I would, in my mind, go, it's the Disneyland train.
I know. I was just going to say, I would wake, like, it would be in my dream, and I'd wake up thinking, oh, I'm at Disneyland, and then wake up and be like, oh, darn it.
What really messed me up is if I wake up from a Disneyland dream to go to the restroom in the middle of the night, and then I wake up from a Disneyland dream, I hear the train, and I wouldn't know where I am, what I'm doing. I'd probably go find my magic band.
Which actually is kind of cool, you know, that you say that, because I mean, we still have our magic bands. We're still going to keep them. We're going to use them. But
mine is Moana, by the way. Just want to point that out.
Of course.
It's Tower of Terror. You will get my Tower of Terror magic band off my cold, dead wrist.
But I think it's so cool that even like on your phone, that you don't even have to turn it on. You just put it up, and then it'll scan your ticket. Or if you wanted to bring up your ticket, you just double click.
Okay, wait, what?
There's my ticket. There's my pass right there.
Okay, wait, what? You don't have to have
not at Walt Disney.
Barcode?
No, you don't have to bring up nothing. As long as it's linked to your phone. Yeah. Your phone could be off like this.
What?
You hold it up to the scanner, it will scan you through.
Your ticket.
But if you want to bring it up, you double click on the side button, and there's my annual pass right there. And there's Jess's ticket.
Wow, that's
and then
crazy.
To pull up Josh's ticket,
we just
swipe over, and there's Josh's.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, that's certainly
so weird.
I still want a magic band because I'm collecting them.
Okay, see, I was about to ask you guys, because as cool as that is, I still like the magic band.
Oh, I do too, very much. They're just cool just to have on your wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love them, especially being from Disneyland where we don't have that. So that was always like something really to look forward to for me going to Disney World because it was so different and cool.
Actually, Michael K gave me the idea of how to collect and store your magic bands. He has them on like in his bedroom or his recording room, wherever he's at. They're on like a chain, almost like a garland, and he has them for his door.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've seen them where they're Mickey shaped, like Mickey shaped wires. Yeah. And then make them into like a wreath.
Very creative with it. So
I've seen Christmas wreaths made out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you know, here's my thing about all your ticket passes on the phone. I kind of don't want to be encouraged to be on my phone at the parks. I think what I like about the Magic Band, what is it, you two?
No, nothing. You're fine. Go ahead.
It has nothing to do with what you're saying.
Yeah. No, I like it being on my wrist. Everything being wrist activated. I don't really want to be encouraged to pull my phone out because that I'm going to see a message or I'm going to see an email from work. Something's going to distract me. And when I'm at Disney, I don't want the outside world in the parks.
That is one of my biggest pet peeves is when you see guests walking around on their phone. But nowadays, before the technology and honestly before the My Disney experience, when you saw a person on their phone, it's like, okay, seriously, you're on vacation. Nowadays, you have to be on your phone for reservations or I'm not doing fast passes right now, but it's like now everything is so digital on your phone that we actually made a pact in the sense of that we don't.
There is no electronics on vacation.
Only specifically for Disney purposes.
Yeah.
Of bringing up a reservation or
in emergencies.
Yeah.
I'll bring my laptop. I'll do if that stuff pops up, I'll do it in the hotel room when I'm back. But my park time is my park time.
Yes. Yeah. I will kid you not. Back in 2011, I went on a Disney World trip with my friend, and we were at Hollywood Studios. We were on the Tower of Terror. This teenage girl, we were in the back row. She was in the front row to the right side, all the way to the right. When you go up and everything goes pitch black, you could see the light. She was on her phone while riding. As the ride went through and was done, she was still on her phone. I don't know how, whatever she was doing, I don't know how she did it through the whole entire ride. But she didn't even enjoy it. She didn't.
Right.
And it drives me nuts, especially when I see families sitting down at the table and their kids have to have an electronic device at the table. So we tell Josh, when it's family time, it's family time. You put your electronic devices away. You are not going to be on your phone. You're not going to be on the tablet or what have you.
And it's like, and
especially on vacation,
and especially for how much now Disney is and everything. It's like, if we're going to spend this money, I want to get my money's worth. I want to enjoy it as a family. If you want to be on your electronic, you could just stay at home and do it for free.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You know,
you can watch a video.
A couple of years ago, I was there with Stan, and he can't ride a lot of the rides, so he was nice enough to hold my bag while I hopped on Splash Mountain. And the two girls ahead of me in the boat never once looked up from their phone the entire time. They were taking selfies and putting pictures and Instagram. It was all about an on-ride photo. It was never once about the on-ride experience.
Right.
I also wonder if they ever noticed that I was crossing my eyes behind them in every picture. But they never experienced the ride. It was all about look at me on the ride.
Those are the people that I secretly want to almost drop their phone in the water.
So when we just went in January and I was doing like lives of some of the rides, it totally ruined it for me, honestly. So I had to go back on that same ride because even though like I wasn't watching the screen, I still was having to like pay attention to, am I going to drop my phone? Am I showing it? And so I actually had to go back on the ride because I was like, well, that didn't do anything
and that's
for
what
me.
I was actually going to say, because there are times where it's like, okay, I would love to vlog this. I would love to record that. I would love to go live with this. But at the end of the day, when I say, oh, I'm here at Disney World, I'm focusing on talking to people through a screen, which is fine. But I want to enjoy the moment. I want to enjoy the ride. So if I was to do a live video or create a video,
we would have to write it again at some point.
Yeah.
Preferably.
So in January, when it was just Chris and I did a lot of the like Lost Holly and a lot of videos. And it was fun. And it was a lot easier because it was just Chris and I, and we were able to go like back on the rides. But when we just went with the kids, he kept asking me, wait, are you going to do that thing again? Are you going to record this? I'm like, nope, not this time. That was so much work and it took away so much. I'm like, nope, not this time. So
and I can understand, like, if you're doing like a food review or a restaurant review, you could kind of record a little bit and take pictures of your food. You know, that's it. But when you're doing an attraction or something that's a lot of like where you have to pay attention to it, it's like, oh, it's done, it's over. Okay, on to the next thing. And it's like, well, what did I get out of it? I didn't enjoy any of it.
Yeah. And then like we were talking about yesterday, George. So I have reservations for Disneyland for the 30th and the 1st. And I know on the 30th, I am going to be taking a lot of pictures and doing a lot of videos just because, hello, it's a big deal. So I'm really glad that I do have reservations at Disneyland the very next day. So, because I know the 30th is going to be like so overwhelming and emotional. So I think that's just going to be for like just taking it all in, recording things, taking video, or pictures and eating. And then I think the next day will be more like, okay, let's go on these rides and like remember it. Because I know it's going to be just crazy on the 30th.
Oh, yeah, I could imagine. But as I said, I think it's like one of those things where you're probably in your head, you're going to think whether or not I get on one ride or two ride or no ride. It's just the notion of that you're there for the reopening after over a year of it being closed.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's gonna be crazy. No, it's gonna be well organized.
Oh,
there's a lot of people going, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be a ride. Like, it's gonna be fine.
No, it's not. I don't think so at all.
Really?
I think it's going to be, like you said, very organized. There's a capacity limit. So
I think there's going to be more hurt feelings and angry people who don't get to go.
Yeah.
Than, any actual like operations issues. I think it's going to be, I'm wondering like, what is the long-term effect of this? Because Holly, you bought Universal annual passes.
Right.
Will you buy Disneyland annual passes if they become available again?
It depends on how much they cost, honestly, because we didn't have passes because, so we had annual passes and then the twins turned 3. So then that meant we now had to buy 6 passes. So we honestly didn't have annual passes for a year or something. And it took a while for us to get back to, okay, can we afford 6 annual passes? How can we make this work? And I had actually went in purchasing just one of those like 3-day SoCal passes. And then once I realized, okay, I have to buy 6 of those. How much more is it to just go ahead and get the annual passes? So it took us a while to figure out how to get that into our budget, truthfully. So if it works out again, then for sure, we'll definitely do it. But I don't know what they're going to look like. Our schedules with me having to share the older kids with their dad, like, is it going to be worth it depending on the block out dates? And I don't know, but let's just say it's crazy because I got Universal passes. I got the gold ones where we get parking included. We get, I think, 280 days that we can go, which is really good. And it was $249 each. Like, that's crazy. For that same comparable pass to Disney would have been $1,400 each. And I know you cannot compare Universal and Disney. You can't. I know that already. But I mean, in my kids' eyes, they're kids. They don't really see the main differences. So
they just see fun.
Exactly. They just see a theme park and rides. And yeah, and like Addison, she's getting older. She's really enjoying the Disney aspects of it. And it's funny because even now, Lincoln, I'll be playing Disney music in the car, and he's like, what's this from? Pirates? What's this from? Like, and he already, like, it's cute at 5. He's already guessing. And even when I'm listening to the regular radio and like a kind of a fun song comes on, he's like, what's this from? I'm like, honey, it's just from the radio. Like, he thinks it's from a ride or like a soundtrack or something. But so, yeah, so that's, I don't know what the prices are going to be like, but I would love to say, absolutely, we're definitely going to buy passes, but I don't know. We're just going to be able to afford them.
Sorry, real quick. What passengers can't see is George has just been muted and parenting, and it's been an awesome thing to watch. The parent as a team quietly, because I recognize that look from my own parents.
Right.
So I'm kind of listening to you and interpreting their what they're doing.
That's funny.
He keeps trying to steal my cell phone.
Oh.
He's got some games on my cell phone that at certain times he's allowed to play, but what passengers don't know is our son also has an Xbox One in his room that has probably 50 games on it. So he doesn't need my cell phone.
Mom, you're recording right now. You can play on it while you're recording. Mom, come on.
But I want the game I can't have right now.
Exactly. Come on, Mom.
But,
and then when you're done recording and want it back, he'll be like,
I can't always
get the game.
But kind of going back to the annual pass, now I can only speak for right now. I have the Walt Disney World annual pass, and I will admit there were a time or two where I was debating whether or not I was just going to leave it go and then just get tickets when, what have you. But I thought, you know what, I'm just going to hold on to it just for right now, and I'm so glad I did. Because even though Walt Disney World has been open since July 11th, they have still not opened for new annual pass holders.
Isn't that crazy?
It is only for the people who already have them. And I thought I would rather keep it because of how we are able to do this 2-week vacation at Walt Disney World was because of my annual pass, because I had a 30% off of the room. So for 2 weeks, $2,600 for 2 weeks at Walt Disney World.
And then it saves you money on tickets.
Yeah.
Too.
Yes.
Because you don't have to buy one less person to have to buy like tickets for.
And to backtrack just a little bit, talking about Universal and all the stress involved in a Disney trip that we're just now talking about.
Yeah.
And I'll find out for myself in a few months, but it seems like going to Universal has an easier vibe. It's not stressful. You just show up, you play, you don't want to wait in line, fine, pay a little more.
Okay, so going off of that, to get you've seen it all over Instagram, all over Facebook, what a nightmare it was, literally nightmare to get tickets for Disneyland, right? And it continues. People are still having issues. And now I'm seeing cancellations, people getting canceled, a glitch in the system or whatever. So Universal opened up their ticket system, and I was already feeling like, okay, it's going to be like Disneyland. I don't know why. I just feel like California is so ready to get out there and do things. So I thought it was going to be a nightmare trying to get Universal tickets. I didn't even know what I was going to get. I didn't know if I was going to buy day passes, annual passes. I just know I haven't been to Universal Studios in about 4 years, and they've updated things and gotten some new things. And truthfully, I just want to get out and do things. I just want to be in theme parks again. So I logged in and I was all ready for it to be just like crazy. It was so easy. It was so easy. I went in there, like saw that a 1-day ticket was $119 or an annual pass $250. So I'm like, okay, no brainer. Let's just get annual passes. You pick your date, like check out. Like it was so simple. I couldn't believe it.
But no,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. I thought you were finished. Go ahead.
No, yeah, go ahead.
No, let me ask the two of you. Do you think that's because even though Universal is popular, it's, they're starting to get things now that, are going to start now competing with Disney, since starting with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. But do you think that Universal isn't at the caliber of how many years that Disney has spanned with its theme parks, that once Epic Universe opens and they get all this new stuff coming in, that it will then eventually become what Disney is, like where they start getting the popularity of where
I can see a shift. I can see where the pendulum is now going to swing in the other direction. It can only be at the top for so long. And like I said, it's really more about it's not just the vibe with Universal. I am more excited to ride Hagrid's and Velocicoaster at Islands of Adventure than I am for anything new at Disney World in the past decade.
Right.
I'm more excited for those two than I am for Seven Dwarfs or Ratatouille or Frozen.
See, we keep wanting to go to Universal just to experience it, but every time we look online for tickets, they are so expensive.
You just have to look for sales. They always have sales. Buy 2 days, get 4 free. Like, and seriously.
Right. Now, but during the dates of us going, and this is where it was contemplating with us, because of me having an annual pass at Walt Disney World, in comparison, it's still more money to go to Universal because I have that pass. Now, if I didn't have an annual pass, it would have probably been cheaper to go to Universal.
Right. I had Jennifer G. I had her give me a quote, and I think I shared it with you. Our
sponsors, Dream Creators Travel,
yes,
who can create any vacation for you.
So I had her just for fun.
If you can dream it, they can do it. They can make it.
We had gone online a few days ago, and I think it was like a 3 or 4 day ticket would have been at Universal, would have still been either more or the equivalent of a 2-week ticket at
you
Disney.
Have to look at like the sale tab. So she priced us a whole package, all 6 of us, with a family suite at the new resort. I want to say like Cabana something. I can't recall it now. Okay, Cabana Bay, with tickets for 5 days, park hopper tickets, or I don't think they call them park hopper. I don't know what they call them there. And it was, I think, $2,300. Obviously, that didn't include airfare. Mind you that a month ago, we paid $2,100 for 3-day tickets only to Disney World for all 6 of us. 3 park days only, not park hoppers, $2,100. So it was $200 more.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. See, that would benefit you because with the number of people in your family, and as you just said, a 5-night, $2,300. But again, it was 7 days in the resort, but 5 days of tickets, and it was a couple $100 more than only 3-day tickets, which was crazy.
Which is insane when you think about just the ticket price, because for us going down there, because we're just going to do Magic Kingdom and Studios next time. 2 adults, 2-day tickets, not park hoppers. It's almost $600 for those 2 tickets. And we're staying at Shades of Green for our first 5 nights at $150 a night. Well, we're going to do Cabana Bay for the last 2 nights and do Universal. Cabana Bay is half the price of Shades of Green, and we get no wait passes for both of us included in our hotel stay. So we're actually not just saving money, but getting more. I mean,
Right.
and that's where I think this is Disney's death by a thousand cuts. One of Walt's things was he wanted Disneyland to be a good value for people's money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wanted
And for
everybody to
families.
be able to
And
afford it.
now I'm seeing that value down the street.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how much I love Disney. If we weren't staying on Shades of Green, we just wouldn't stay on property this time.
Right.
And
I know, because you got a good, that's
we
a
got an
good
amazing,
price.
because we literally walked to the end of our hotel. There's the Polynesian.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I would just stay off property. I wouldn't stay on Disney. And now I'm cutting out days at other Disney parks to do Universal parks because, wow, look what's going on over there. And it's a better value.
Yeah, I know.
Well, my heart's with Disney.
I know.
My wallet and my brain say, dude, split it up.
Yeah.
See,
Well, and that's where we're at too.
I'm like one of those, I've always been a Disney person. And eventually I do want to experience Universal. I want to experience Wizarding World. I really do.
But we always feel like we're cheating on Disney.
Every single time that I try to push myself to go to Universal, I just don't know what it is. It just doesn't have it. To me, going to Universal is almost the same excitement as that I had going to Six Flags or Hershey Park.
I know some Universal people that would be extremely offended at that.
And honestly, they can be, because that's just the way that
I get it, because I have a certain loyalty to Disney, but as I get older,
now mind you, I it's not that I dislike Six Flags. I love Six Flags. I love Cedar Point. I love Hershey Park. But it just
doesn't have that feel.
Yeah.
It's just not Disney.
It just doesn't have that feeling for me walking into a Disney park, as to oppose where going into Universal, cool rides, but they just don't have like that interconnect feeling.
And I'm right there too, George. Every single time I think, oh, maybe this time we go to Florida, we should go to Universal. And whatever it is, we always end up only staying and doing Disney things. And every time we're like, there's so much in Orlando. There's so much to do there. And we never do anything else but Disney. And every time we're like, okay, next time. Nope. Next time. Nope. So I totally get it. And I promise that someday I have to venture out and do different things in Orlando, but it's so hard. Even when we're like flying across country to go on a Disney cruise, I somehow still manage to find a way to get a few days of Disney parks in there. Like
we do too. Like, we always do a land and sea vacation. Yeah. It always ends up that way.
I've had to go to Orlando for work or for a conference, and I always stay an extra day just to hit Magic Kingdom or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna see all that, and I'm just gonna say Hagrid's and Velocicoaster.
Yeah. No, I know.
I've managed to resist going until now, but I'm seeing things that look really attractive to me.
Yeah.
And Hagrid's looks like one of the most amazing coasters in the world. And Velocicoaster just looks like so much fun that I'm like, well, I have cut.
Well, and I can't wait for this.
And
Super
if I enjoy
Nintendo
these this much, then what's going to happen to my future Disney trips? Am I going to cut? Am I only going to do, a third of Disney like I used to do?
Maybe, but I don't know.
We are running really long.
I know. I was thinking that too.
We're gonna wrap this up. Any last thoughts, guys?
Nope. The only thing I have to plug in is for our passengers, please definitely check out my YouTube channel, Disney Family Man 23. I'm releasing a lot of new content every week, different conversations with other Disney enthusiasts and things that are happening around the Disney parks around the world, the resorts. So definitely check that out. Again, my YouTube channel, Disney Family Man 23.
And the same with me. So we have Grand Circle Tour Podcast is on Instagram at Grand Circle Tour Podcast. So follow us there, as well as myself at Crawford's on the Go on Instagram.
Very cool. I just want to say the episodes have been coming out on the weekends because I am just slammed right now. I'm getting ready for surgery. I just have a lot. So if the episodes have been coming out late, it's my fault. And thanks, listeners and my fellow wonderful tour guides, for being so patient.
We understand. It's a lot of work to edit these.
But again, any hate mail, send it to Jay Jungle.
No hate mail. No hate mail.
You know what? If you send hate mail, I'm not even going to read it. Honestly,
yeah.
I don't waste my time with hate mail. My last thought for the day is these new cast policy guideline changes at Disneyland. I think are a great idea. All these dudes with Civil War beards will look great in Frontierland. With that, take it away, Ken. I swear I'm not recording if you guys want to keep going. Say anything.
Yeah.
I know, I'm like waiting for that light to go off.
Any tea you want to spill?
I tell you what, I probably would if you were editing the episode, but I would be nice.
Fine. Take it away for real, Ken.
If you would like to keep the adventure going after the show, be sure to like our Facebook friends page, Grand Circle Tours Magical Ticket Holders. While you're on Facebook, like our group page, Grand Circle Tours. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Grand Circle Tours Podcast, as well as on Instagram, GCT Podcast, and our YouTube channel, Grand Circle Tour. If you would like to email us, drop us a line at gctpodcast@gmail.com. T-shirts and other fun merchandise can be found at tpublic.com. Simply search Grand Circle Tour Podcast. If you enjoyed your adventure, leave us a review on Apple Podcast. Only one rule, make it good. All logos, sounds, songs, and music that are made by and for Disney and its affiliates are the full ownership of the Disney Corporation and are not, nor are they intended to be the ownership of the Grand Circle Tour Podcast. Thank you for riding with us, and welcome home.
Please exit to your left by stepping away from the cars with your left foot first. Step out and stand on the moving platform, please.
Please exit by stepping away from the cars with your left foot first. Step out and stand on the moving platform, please.